which is the cash flow statement. So this is the 8th step in the accounting cycle under the service business. So by the way, can you see clear my screen? And naririnig po ako? Okay, thank you. So under these new lessons, after reading or after we discuss this topic, so you must be able to understand the use of the cash flow statement and determine the different activities in cash flow statement, and also to prepare cash flow statement for service business. So from the beginning, so we use different transactions. So dapat yun kino-continue yun. So starting from the Reyes Repair Shop, so gumamit din tayo ng transaction ni Leonor Creations. We also have the Bora Laundry Shop. And then may isa pa tayong ginamit. Yung Mary's Coin Laundry, which is yun yung guide nyo. Complete set up to balance sheet nga lang pala yun. So, yun yung magiging activity nyo after this lesson. So, you will prepare a cash flow statement for those 4 transactions na nagamit na natin starting from journal entry up to the balance sheet. Okay. So, understanding the cash flow statement. So, the statement of cash flows or the cash flow statement is a financial statement that summarizes the amount of cash and cash equivalents entering and leaving a company. So, when we say entering, so this is the inflow of the cash, and leaving, this is the outflow of the cash. So, kindly please give me some transaction. So, example transaction under service business that you think is an inflow of a cash in the business. So, ano yung mga transaction na nagkakaroon tayo ng inflow ng cash? So, give me some example.
Pag may nagbayad po
Pag may nagbayad ng customer dun sa ating service na pinrovide, yes, very good, that's correct. Ano pa? So, di ba when we provide service, nagbabayad yung ating guest. So, that is one inflow of a cash in the business. So, once you provide service in cash basis, very good. Ano pa? Under service business. Receipts? Receipts of what? Miss Cassandra. What kind of receipt? Saan nanggaling yung receipts? Pwede rin na receipts or collections. So, di ba, we have an accounts receivable. So, that is a term na pautang natin sa customer. So, once we collect that accounts receivable, so that is an inflow of a cash. And pwede rin kapag nag-loan tayo, if we avail a cash loan from the bank, so meaning there's an inflow of cash into the business. So that is an example of an inflows. How about outflows? So paglabas naman siya ng cash sa business. So what are the sample transactions?
Pag nagbayad po ng
Pag nagbayad ng?
utang po.
Very good. So payments natin ng mga expenses. And then yung bills natin. And then pwede rin na ano pa? Ano pang aside from payment of expenses? So ano pa yung possible na outflow of cash? Ano pang transactions natin? Investment. Miss Trilliana, so very good. That investment, i-correct ko lang investment is part siya ng inflow. Diba once na nag-invest tayo ng cash sa business, so nag-i-increase tayo ng cash sa business natin. So that is an example of inflow. So, additional yun sa inflow.
Pag may nag-refund po,
Pag may
refund.
so that is an outflow kapag sa merchandising business. example din ng inflow, pag may nag-advance payment na customer na hindi mo pa pinoprovide yung service. So that is an unearned revenue or unearned income. So you already received the cash but you didn't provide the service yet. An outflow naman ay payment of expense. And then, for example, ay kapag nag-withdraw, so drawings, kapag nag-withdraw ang owner for personal use, di ba yung cash natin nagki-credit? So that is an outflow. Ano pa bang credit natin ng cash? Pag nag-pay din tayo ng accounts. So if sa collection, inflow yon. Pag tayo naman ang nag-paid ng accounts payable, so that is an outflow. So those are example of outflows. Addition, kapag bumili tayo ng mga fixed assets like furnitures and fixtures and equipment, so that is also an example of an outflow. So those are the idea or the nature of the cash flow statement. So you will determine the inflows and the outflows of the cash. So literally, from that inflow and outflow, so pag nag-increase, so that is an inflow. So meaning, kapag nasa cash ledger kayo, papakita ko tong cash ledger. Is an example. So lahat ng nasa debit, so this is an increase of cash. So meaning this is an inflows. And all the amounts or accounts under the credit side of the cash ledger, so that is an outflow. So meaning when you're preparing the cash flow statement, so you only focus in the cash ledger. So wala na ang trial balance, no journal, and then even the financial statement starting from the income statement up to the balance sheet, so hindi yun yung inyong pagbebasean. You will only focus on the cash ledger. So in your preparation of the cash flow statement, so at the end of the preparation, your balance must be equal to your ending balance of cash in your ledger. So the cash flow statement or the CFS measures how well a company manages its cash position. So meaning, how well the company generates cash to pay its debts, obligations, and fund its operating expenses. So the cash flow statement complements the balance sheet and income statement and is a mandatory part of the company's financial report. That's why a cash flow statement also includes as one of the financial statement. Diba? Pag when we say FS or the financial statement, those are the income statement, statement of changes in owner's equity, balance sheet, and also the cash flow. So why do we prepare cash flow? So how do we use the cash flow statement? So the CFS allows investors to understand how a company's operation are running. So where its company is coming from and how money is being spent. So the CFS is important since it helps investors determine whether a company is on a solid financial footing. So creditors, on the other hand, can use CFS to determine how much cash is available or referred as liquidity. So for the company to fund its operating expenses and pay its debts. So makikita nyo sa cash disposition ng business o yung position niya pagdating sa financial. So malalaman nyo if they are liquidity or not based sa cash flow statement. So, matidetermine nyo sa cash flow statement kung yung funds nila or yung cash nila either on hand or in bank can pay its own obligation and expenses as well as saan sila nakuha ng fund. So, where is money came from? So, this is the structure of the cash flow statement. So, sabi dun sa ating objective, so you will determine the different activities in cash flow statements. So meaning there are different sections or activities in preparing the cash flow statement. So, example yung sa balance sheet. So, meron tayong dalawang section sa balance sheet. Diba? We have the upper portion which is the assets and then the lower portion which is the liabilities and owner's equity. So, dalawang section yung bumubuo sa balance sheet. But here in cash flow statement, it is structured or composed by 3 activities. So, these are the following. So, this is the main components of the cash flow statements. So, first is the cash from operating activities. So, under this activity, so the operating activities on the CFS include any sources in use of cash from business activities. So, in other words, so it reflects how much cash is generated from a company's product or service. So, generally, changes made in cash, accounts receivable, depreciation, inventory, and accounts payable are reflected in cash from operations. So since you are going to base only in the cash ledger, hatiin natin. This is an example of our cash ledger. So you will determine what accounts are under the operating activities. That's why it is very important for you to write a remarks based from the explanation from the journal dito sa inyong ledger. Kasi if hindi kayo maglagay ng remarks, so hindi nyo madedetermine what kind of activities magfo-falls under yung particular account. So sabi, under the operating activities, so those are the activities include the sources and uses of cash from business. So meaning these are the inflow coming from income and the outflow based on its payment of expenses. So these operating activities may include the following. So, i-note down nyo. Ano yung mga transactions or accounts na under ng operating activities. So, receipts from sales or goods and service. So, dito, i-mark down na natin siya dito para ma-determine nyo. So, receipts of cash from sales of goods and service. So, meaning this is an inflow because of receipts. At nakikita nyo, ito yung ating inflow. So, receipts from sales, so galing siya sa service, income. So, isa-isahin nyo ngayon yung remarks. So, we have rendered service. So, dito lang yan sa inflow because receipts. So, yung 300,000 galing sa investment. So, hindi naman siya yon. Receipts from service daw. So, 6,000 galing sa rendered service. So, that is 1. So, this is, lagyan natin ng mark. So, pag yellow ang ilagay natin, operating activities. So, this is a rendered service. So, part siya ng operating activities. Interest payment. So, if we paid interest, wala naman tayong pinaid na interest based sa ating given example. So, income tax payment. So, any transactions that involves payment. So, payment payment for expense. Not bought fixed asset. So, payment made to suppliers of goods and service. Salary and wages payments. So, this is salaries expense. Rent payment, so rent expense. And any other type of operating expense. So, let's mark those expenses that we paid in our ledger, cash ledger. So, since this is payment, so this is an outflow. So, dito kayo titingin ngayon sa outflow. The only inflow that you will include in the operating expenses is either the collections ng accounts receivable and then receive natin ng cash from the service we provide. So, meron pa tayong kinolect. Meron kayong makikitang collections, 2,000. So, that is another operating activities na inflow. Meron pa bang collection? So, loans, hindi naman. Yung 2,000 rendered service. So, ito pa. Kailangan ma-mark down nyo lahat ng under ng for specific activities. Tandaan nyo, basta kapag sa operating expenses, so lahat ng inflow nyo ay nanggaling lang sa pinrovide nyo na service and then kinolect nyo na accounts receivable. So, not necessarily lahat ng inflow ay under ng operating activities. So, outflow naman tayo ng operating activities. So, lahat ng pinaid natin na expenses. So, isa-isahin natin. So, paid tax. So, that is 1 because tax is an expense. Bought supplies. So, dito hindi ko muna siya i-mark up. Sunod ko siya i-explain sa inyo. Lahat lang muna tayo ng expenses. Paid rent. So, another paid ng expense. Bought furniture. So, hindi muna tayo sa lahat ng bought. Payment of expenses lang. Paid salary. So, yes. Another paid of expense. Drawing. So, hindi naman siya expense. So, skip natin. Bought equipment. So, bought ulit siya ng fixed asset. So, skip because hindi siya expense. Paid creditors. So, skip ko rin kasi ang binayaran natin ay utang. Hindi siya expenses. And then, paid and water and electric. So, that is an expense. So, utilities expense. So, i-mark natin siya. So, as of now, so ito yung na-determine natin na mga operating activities. Next activity natin, the cash from investing activities. So, we have second activities under the cash flow, which is the investing activities. So, dito, ang i-mark naman natin ay kulay green para ma-determine natin. So, from cash from investing activities, so these are, para mag-cash. So, investing activities include any sources and uses of cash from a company's investment, but not necessarily na cash investment. So, that investment, i-highlight ko lang. So, that investment means a purchase or sale of an asset or any payments related to merger or acquisition that is included in this category. In short, this is the changes in equipment, asset, or investment related to cash from investing. So, under the investing activities, so wag kayong malilito. Hindi porket word na investing, meaning that is an investment. Yung investing na tinutukoy dito is purchase of, purchase of fixed assets. So, yun lang. Yung operating activity natin is galing siya sa income. Inood ko para makita niyo. Income, collections. Yung income na tinutukoy ko dito is from service. So, income from the service. And then, meron tayong payments of expenses. So, as of now, yan pala yung nag-determine natin. So, sa investing naman, sa purchase of fixed asset lang. So, dito naman papasok lahat ng binili mo na fixed assets. So, let's determine what are the transactions that include purchasing of fixed asset based in your cash ledger. So, meaning since this is a purchase, this is an outflow. Kasi purchase ang pera, so labas. Dito, either in or out. May in and out kapag dating sa operating. Ayan, minamark down ko na para kita nyo. So, let's isa-isahin natin yung mga under or papasok sa investing activities. So, isa-isahin natin yung mga purchase of fixed assets. So, meaning this is under the credit side because outflow. So, sige nga, alin dito yung papasok sa investing activities? Purchasing of fixed asset. Anyone? Kita nyo ba ng clear yung ledger? Palakingin ko pang konti. So, alin pa dyan ang magiging involved or under ng investing activities? Supplies, equipment, furnitures, and fixtures. So, thank you for answering, Miss Cassandra. So, let's start with supplies. So, i-identify nyo muna. Does supplies is a current or fixed asset? Sabi, mga fixed asset lang. So, when we say fixed assets, those are the non-current or the property, plant, and equipment. Oh, current, yun. Very good, Miss Cassandra. So, that is a current. So, meaning, hindi siya kasama dun sa investing activities kasi siya ay current assets. Although, binili natin siya, but hindi naman siya current, non-current or fixed assets. So, skip natin yung bought supplies. Bought furnitures and fixtures. So, furniture and fixtures is a fixed asset, so that is under the investing activity. Next. So, drawings, hindi naman. Bought equipment. So, equipment is a fixed asset, so that account is included in the investing activities. Paid creditor, so hindi naman siya. So, we only have two accounts to be included in the investing activities. So, determine natin ngayon yung supplies. So, supplies, sabi nyo, siya ay current assets. So, saan siya belong? So, purchase of current assets is included in the operating activities. So, din siya kasama. Ayan, na-highlight ko dito. OP, ano yun? Yes, very good. That is an operating activities. So, yung current. When we say kasing operating activities, so those are the transaction during the casual or normal operation of the business. Kaya tinawag siya na operating activities. So, that involves the following transaction. Purchasing of current assets, receiving cash based in your income or collection, and also payment of expenses. So, yun yung normal or usual transactions or operation ng isang business. So, dun yung mga papasok sa operating activities. So, next natin na activities. So, malinaw ang investing activities. Lahat lang ng pinurchase na fixed assets. So kung may machineries dyan, bumili for example ng vehicles, ng building, ng land. So those are example of fixed asset. So yun lang yung mga under ng investing activities. Next natin, cash flow from financing activities. So we have the third section or the activities under the cash flow statement, which is the financing activities. So in financing activities, so this involves either in or outflow. So actually, in financing activity, so magkakaroon din tayo ng in investing. Ito. So lagyan ko rin ng in. So paano tayo nagkakaroon ng inflow under the investing activity? So basta any transaction related in fixed asset. So kung outflow siya, meaning tayo yung nag-purchase or bumili. Pag inflow under investing, meron na tayo na fixed asset. For example, yung used na fixed asset natin. And then once na binenta natin siya at lower cost, so hindi na siya at original cost kasi used na gamit na natin. So yung pinagbentahan mo ng fixed asset, so you will receive a cash. So that is an inflow but under the investing activities. Not in the operating activities as income. Papasok siya as investing activity, as sale of fixed asset. Basta any related sa fixed asset, that is under the investing activity. Inflow siya kapag binenta mo, and then outflow siya kapag ikaw ang bumili. So malinaw po doon, pag nagbenta ka ng fixed asset, hindi siya papasok sa inflow ng operating activities. Okay po? So next natin, under ng financing, let's determine the financing. So anong code natin na color code dito? Blue. Blue ang gamitin natin. So in financing activities, so cash from financing activities includes the sources of cash from investors or banks. So these include investor, meaning there is an investment. So as well as the use of cash paid to shareholders, so if that is a corporation account or corporation type of business, payment of dividends, sa corporation din ito, payment of stocks and repurchase, another corporation transaction. And this one, withdrawal of owner. So kapag sa service, di ba, nagwi-withdraw ng cash ang owner for personal use. So that is included in the financing activities. And repayment of debt, principal or loans, which is long-term, are included in this category. So in summarizing, so this means financing activity involves cash investment, drawings, and payments of long-term so meaning, ang binabayaran natin dito is, papaliitin ko pa ha, para kita pa rin ba kahit ganyan kaliit? Naaninag nyo pa? Kita nyo pa sa screen?
Opo.
Okay. So investing activities involves the following: investment of cash, drawings, and payment of long-term debts, and also, kung may payment, receive din. Receipt. So, receive and payment of long-term debts. So, long-term lang ha. So, dito papasok pag nag-cash investment tayo. So, pag cash investment, that is an inflow. Kapag drawings, so cash outflow. Kapag naka-receive ka ng long-term debts or obligation, meaning, example nito is kapag nag-loan ka sa bank or any loans na yung inyong term is long-term, so dito papasok yon. So kapag naka-receive ka, that is an inflow. But if you paid a long-term debts, for example, you already have a long-term loan, so kapag nagbayad ka doon, so yung outflow ng cash, under siya ng financing activities. Isa-isahin ulit natin. So, based sa ating cash ledger. So, investment. So, that is a financing activity. Under ng inflow. Ano pang wala? Loans. So, dito, normally, kapag nag-loans tayo, so malalaman nyo kapag long-term or short-term ka, siya based sa transaction. Kapag bank, usually, siya ay long-term. So, meaning, doon sa transaction, nagkaroon ng loans from the bank. So, this is a example of financing activities. Drawings, another financing activity. So, naiwan na lang dito is paid creditors. So, when we say creditors, ito yung ating inutangan or dun tayo may utang. So, nagbayad tayo, nag-outflow. Pag paid creditors, so usually, ito ang binayaran lang natin is accounts payable. Since nangyari siya within the month, so this is a short term. So, hindi siya long-term payment of obligation or debts. So, if this is a short term, included po siya sa operating activities. Payments of short term loans or obligation. So, basta yung binayaran nyo is short term, so included siya as operating. So, itong 1.5 na paid creditors natin is a outflow under ng operating activities. Okay, naiintindihan po yung 3 structural activities or components of cash flow. So, yun lang yung analysis na gagawin nyo when you prepare the cash flow statement. You will determine what are the accounts in the cash ledger to be included in the operating, investing, and financing activities. Because once na magkamali kayo ng identification, for example, this paid creditors is a long term. So meaning, dapat siya is included in the financing activities, not in the operating activities. So possible na hindi kayo mag-balance pag nag-prepare kayo sa cash flow statement. Okay, let's go back. So, doon sa cash ledger natin, so tingnan nyo nga kung meron pa tayong hindi na isama na amount or accounts na included dun sa ating balance na 54,150. Do we still have? Tingnan ko kung sharp ang inyong mga eyes.
Wala na po.
Are you sure? Mapapansin niyo meron pang isa. And that is?
Beg ba?
Very good. So, that is the beginning balance. So, yung beginning balance na 20,000, so bukod ko siya. So, that will falls under the reconciling the cash in, the change in cash. So, dun siya papasok. Kasi yung first step nyo, so, pa-read nung step, 4 na step, the 4th step required to prepare the statement of cash flow statement. Kindly please read Miss Cassandra. Kita ba? The 4th step. Ayan.
done by converting net income from an actual to cash. Step 2. Prepare an investment section that classifies the activity for non-current assets with fixed assets. Step 3. Prepare the finance activity section where then facility for non-current liabilities. Step 4.
Okay, so last step natin is yung reconcile the change in cash. So, yung part doon, so hindi siya under ng new activities. So, siya ay para lang ma-reconcile. So, meaning, i-add natin yung mga beginning balance. Yes, narinig naman. Ewan ko lang sa iba kung narinig nila. Thank you, sir. 12. Yeah, ano ko dito kung pumasok. Thank you po. Taga lang sir, yung cash kasi gawawin. Magkano na yung cash dyan? 11. Akyat ko sa'yo sir yung cash. Thank you. Thank you po. Okay. So, ayun yung papasok yung ating beginning balance. So, reconcile the the change in cash. So, merong isang hiwalay dun sa ating 3 activities. So, let's one moment. Ayan, kita nyo tuloy yung aking email. May pinapasend sa akin si Miss Donna. Kaya, okay. So, let's prepare a cash flow statement. So, since we already identify what the activities of each accounts in the cash ledger, so let's prepare the actual cash flow statement. So, this is an example of a cash flow statement of Ace Mimeo Service. Item Mimeo. Cash Mimeo Service. So, in preparing the cash flow statement, same din ng ibang financial statement, you must prepare the heading. So, heading includes the following: name of the business, the preparation, so which is the cash flow statement, and then the date. So, the date is same with the income statement and statement of changes in equity. So, ang tanging na iba lang ng paglalagay ng date is the balance sheet. Because in balance sheet, nag-start siya as of, and then the date. But here, so for the month ended, so kung ano yung month, and then year, so you will write it at the center. Ma'am, tanong lang po, i-check po ba natin yung pre-final exam? Yes, but not today. I will upload the video about the checking or the correct answer in the pre-final exam. Kailangan natin kasing maihabol itong cash flow statement kasi in your finals, buong cycle na ang ipe-prepare nyo up to the post-closing trial balance. But I already received the submissions of some of you who are online kasi yung modular ipapasa pa lang nila today. Wait ako na. Okay. So, in preparing the cash flow statement, so since we already have determined the 3 different activities, so kailangan masaulin nyo yung format. Same with the ibang financial statement, kailangan alam nyo yung format niya. How to write or how to prepare the body or mismong yung statement ng preparation na ginagawa nyo. So, in preparing the cash flow statement, so kailangan mapakita natin yung 3 activities. So, yung 3 sections. So, meron tayong 3 sections and then take note in the arrangement of the different activities. So, hindi dapat ito magkakabali-baliktad. Magsisimula nyo i-prepare yung operating, next is the investing, and last is the financing activities. So, in starting the body or the statement under the cash flow, so So let's start with the operating activities. So this is cash flow from operating activities. Lakihan ko pa para kita. I-ano ko lang to. Ayan. So this is the first section, the preparation of the operating activities. So in our operating activities, so meron tayong yellow yung ating color. So there is a section under the inflow, and there is also an accounts under the outflows. So una nyong i-write yung mga under ng inflow. So this is a cash received from service. Di ba meron tayong two types under ng inflow? It's either from the income or from the collections of accounts receivable. So pag hihiwalayin nyo siya. So una muna yung cash received from service. So this is the cash that we receive by rendering service. So peso sign. So sa tatlong under natin ng inflow, so yung mga rendered service lang, so it's 6,000 and the 2,000. So we have a total of 8,000 under the cash received from sales. So tanggalin ko na siya ng mark para makita natin. That kasi lahat ito, ma-transfer natin sa cash flow statement. So okay na to. Next natin, so we have another inflow under the operating activity, which is cash received from collections. So, and that amount is 2,000. Meron tayong 2,000. So, you don't need to get the total of these. Straight line lang tayo. Determine nyo lang. So, lagi nyo lang mauunang ilalagay yung mga inflow. So, ito lang yung dalawa natin. So, make it sure na nakasum up na yung total, ha? So, hindi kayo maglalagay ng cash received from service, 6,000. And then, another cash received from service para dun sa 2,000. So, isang amount lang per each account or category na inilagay nyo. So, proceed naman tayo sa mga outflow. So, this is an outflow, meaning cash paid. So, cash paid for, so isa-isahin nyo na base sa arrangement dito. Let's start with the paid for tax. The amount is, so take note, so since ito po ay outflow, di ba pag nalalagay tayo ng to be less or outflow amount of cash, in the preparation, meron tayong open and close parentheses. Determine that this is to be deducted. So, lalagyan nyo ng open and close parentheses yung amount, lahat ng outflow. Next is the bought supply. So, cash paid for supplies. So, ang amount niya is 1,000. Don't forget to write the open and close parentheses, ha? Next is the cash paid for rent. Nakatikisi po.
Ang haba kasi pila.
O nga, sir. Doon napaigi ka pa. Naki-Ate po ang cash nyo.
Yung 5 na lang deposit. Ang haba pa nakagano.
1,500. Okay.
Oo.
So, next is paid for salaries. So, cash paid for salaries. So, another outflow. So, kailangan meron siyang open and close parentheses. So, 2,000. Next is paid creditors. So, wag kayong malilitang mag-determine, ha? Alin yung mga operating activities. Cash paid for creditors. So, yun lang yung format niya. I-determine nyo lang. So, 1,500. And then, last is the cash paid for utilities, which is 3,800. Okay. Saka lang tayo ngayon kukuha ng net cash flow from operating activities. So, saka nyo kukunin yung kanyang total. So, paano po? So, add nyo lang. Kapag for outflow, so i-less nyo lang siya. So, mag-calculate tayo. So, maipakita natin. So, from 8,000 plus 2,000 minus natin yung 2,500 because that is an outflow. Makikita nyo may open and close parentheses. And then 1,000 less ulit tayo ng 1,500 less ng 2,000, another less ng 1,500, and then less ulit tayo ng 3,800. So, magkakaroon tayo ng net cash flow from operating activities na negative amount, which is negative 2,300. So, if that is negative figure or amount, so rule natin, kailangan meron siyang open and close parentheses. So, ma'am, ano pong meaning kapag negative po yung amount? So, huwag kayong magkaroon kayo ng negative na amount. So, ito po ay normal na nangyayari when it comes to the operating activities. So, operating, so negative yung amount mo, but meron pa kayong investing activities and financing activities. So, negative cash flow statement. So, of course, not all cash flow statements look this healthy or exhibit a positive cash flow. So, but negative cash flow should not automatically raise a red flag without a further analysis. So, when we say red flag, meaning parang nalulugi. So, negative cash flow doesn't mean na ito ay nag-net loss ka. So, sometimes, negative cash flows is the result of the company's decision to expand its business at a certain point in time. So, which would be a good thing for the future. So, hindi lahat ng negative figure is bad pagdating sa preparation ng financial statement. So, that's why, kung negative siya, i-mark nyo lang na negative siya by writing open and close parentheses. So, ang target natin here in the cash flow statement, ang ending balance natin is same with the cash balance in the ledger, which is 54,150. So, let's find out if we will make it balance. So, we are already done in preparing the operating activity. So, next is the financing activity. So, same lang. So, cash flow from, but this time, this is for investing activities. So, in investing activities, so either cash received from sale or cash paid for bought equipment or kung ano man yung ating pinurchase na fixed asset. So, since ang meron lang tayo dito na financing activities, so yung green lang natin. So, tanggalin na natin to kasi ito ay nailagay na natin. So, nagmamark lang ako. Ganun ako rin maglagay para sure ko na lahat na i-transfer ko. So, we only have 2 accounts to be included in the investing activity. Which first one is the bought of furnitures. So, cash paid for furnitures. And that is, so since this is a cash paid or under siya ng outflow, automatic ang amount niya meron dapat open and close parentheses. Remember ha, kapag siya ay outflow, do not forget to write the open and close parentheses. And then we also have the cash paid for equipment. So that amount is 4,000. So since yun lang dalawa, so mag-get na tayo ng total natin or yung ating net cash flow from investing activities. So same rule, kapag solo lang yung ating investing activities, so no need to write net cash flow from investing activities. Yung amount na lang niya may iwan. Yung isa na lang for example. And then, next na kayo sa third activity. So, get natin yung total ng ating. So, dito, although indication siya na outflow, not necessarily na pagdadadakin niyo siya or pag ilalas niya sa isa't isa. So, kukunin niyo yung total. So, 3,500 plus 4,000. So, meaning meron tayong outflow na 7,500. So, hindi nyo siya yung i-add and deduct sa isa't isa. Add lang. Kasi, kinaget natin yung total ng lahat ng lumabas na pera under ng investing. So, same din siya. So, since investing siya, and then bought outflow, so kailangan lagyan nyo rin ng indication na outflow yung amount nyo for the investing activities na 7,500. So, open and close parentheses. So, example na nangyari na, for example, in your ledger, wala talagang nangyari na investing activities, walang purchase ng kahit anong fixed asset. So, wag kayong mag-i-skip na after ng operating activities, next nyo na is the financing activities. So, ilagay nyo pa rin tong cash flow from investing activities and then, walang laman. So, leave kayo ng isang space bago kayo mag-cash flow from financing activities. So, dapat nakikita pa rin yung 3 sections, although walang laman yung isang section nyo na investing activities. So, kailangan nakalagay pa rin yung 3. So, next natin, cash flow from financing activities. From financing activities, so we have 3. Ang galing ko na to. So, may inflow tayo and then may outflow tayo. So, ito naman, hindi naman siya kagaya na required ng operating activities na kailangan mauunan yung i-record lahat ng inflow. So, ito is based na lang sa sunod-sunod dito. So, una natin is cash investment. So, lagay nyo cash investment. So, since siya ay nasa inflow under debit, so positive amount siya pagkalagay nyo dito, which is 30,000. And then next is another inflow na loan. So, this is a cash borrowings or cash from loans. Or pwedeng lagay nyo lang na cash borrowings. The amount is 15. So, another positive amount because that is under the debit or the inflow. And last is the cash drawings. So, this is under the outflow. So, kailangan yung amount niya may open and close parentheses. So, the amount is 1,050. So, let's get, so since yun lang, so let's get the net cash flow from financing activities. So, total natin. So, since ito lang yung sa kukunin nyo, so, calculate tayo. So, meron tayong 30,000 plus 15,000 kasi inflow. And then less yung ating drawings na outflow, 1,050. So, this will give us a total net cash flow from financing activities na 43,950. So, in summarizing, meron tayong negative 2,300 from the operating. May negative 7,500 tayo from investing, and we have 43,950 from financing activities. So, meron pa tayong naiwan, and that is the beginning balance. But before you add the beginning balance, you will determine either you have a net increase or net decrease in cash. So, dito yung inilalagay, net increase in cash. So, pwede ring net decrease, depende sa kalalabasan. Paano po? So, compute natin. So, from negative 200, in-negative natin. At kasi mapakita siyang negative. 2, 3, so that is a negative. So, sundin nyo lang yung kanilang sign ng amount. So, 2,300 and then negative siya. And then minus natin yung 2,500 kasi outflow. Nakikita nyo may open and close parenthesis. Minus 7,500. So, may negative 9,800 tayo. Since this financing activities is positive, so this is to be add. Plus 43,950. So, this will give us net increase kasi positive yung ating amount ng cash. So, net increase ang ilalagay nyo dito. And that amount is, so, lagyan nyo ng peso sign ha, kasi sum na siya or total. 34,000, ang sabi 150. Let me see. Okay. Yung ating net increase in cash. And then,
Paano
yes.
po malalaman pag
Yes po, paano malalaman kapag decrease? So, kapag negative amount ang lumabas sa inyo, nung kinompute nyo na yung operating, investing, and financing, ito yung tatlo yun ha. Ito pong tatlong net cash na. From operating, investing, and financing. Kapag kinompute nyo siya, kapag negative ang amount, so that is net decrease in cash. But pag positive, so that is net increase in cash. Susundin nyo lang yung sign. So, negative 2,300 minus or less natin yung 7,500 plus 43,950. So, this will give us 34,150. And then, may hindi pa tayo na ililipat. And that is the beginning balance na 20,000. So, you will write cash balance. So, since this is the beginning, so, para ma-determine nyo na beginning, lagay nyo yung first day of the date. So, since 2007 ba ito? 2007. So, ang month ay March. So, lagay ko March 1, 2007. Beginning balance na magkano po? Ito yon. Yung unang-unang figure natin. So, 20,000. So, you will write 20,000. Since this is a beginning balance, so this is an addition. I-add nyo siya dun sa amount nyo ng cash. So, 34,150 plus 20,000. So, this is 54,150. And then, ang ilalagay nyo sa kanya is hindi total cash. So, cash balance, but this time, this is ending. So, 31. So, and that figure or that amount is must be equal to your cash ledger. You will see. So, makikita nyo, para malaman nyo kung tama kayo, kailangan ito ay equal dito. Which is equal. So, that means you prepare the cash flow statement correctly. So, may tanong po sa cash flow statement. So, dito lang kayo mag-base sa
Wala
cash
po.
ledger. So, kaya ng activity, you will prepare for a cash flow statement from different cash ledger. So, ang pwede nyo lang mahirapan kayo dito is pag-determine dito sa inyong cash ledger kung alin dyan yung under ng operating, investing, and financing activities. So, basta tong cash balance na to, galing siya sa beginning balance. Okay. Do you understand saan natin nakuha yung net increase in cash? Na 34,150?
Opo.
Dito siya galing sa net cash flow from different activities. And then, kung wala namang beginning balance, so lalagay nyo pa rin tong cash balance. And then, ang amount nyo dito is 0. And then, bring down the amount. So, cash balance for the ending. Okay po? So, hindi kayo magbubura dito ng cash balance. Lagi siyang nakalagay sa format. Kung walang amount, 0 lang. Same with the different activities. Kung sa inyong cash ledger, wala namang under ng investing, so wag kayong after ng operating activities, next na i-add ay yung cash flow for financing. So maglalagay pa rin kayo ng heading for investing. So cash flow from investing activities, and then isunod nyo na yung cash flow from financing activities. Kailangan mapakita nyo pa rin yung 3 sections. Any questions? Bago kayo mag-start dun sa activity. Ma'am, ma-upload nyo po ba ito sa FB page? Yes. So, every time na mayroon tayong synchronous, so since it is recorded, a-upload ko na agad siya sa FB page para dun sa mga modular natin. So, hindi ko na rin i-edit ha. So, direct upload na lang ako. Kasi pag i-edit ko, matatagalan pa siya. So, kung ano yung na-save ko dito sa actual natin, so that will